Well, hello there. I'm so happy you've come to join me yet again. Today I'm playing a little indie game called Omen Exitio Plague. I had to look up how to pronounce that. Okay, let's get started. Apparently it's some kind of Lovecraftian RPG type thing. That's supposed to be Cthulhu, in case you couldn't tell. Colonialism is the control of governing influence of a nation over a dependent country territorial people. During the late 1800s, Africa faced European imperialistic aggression, diplomatic pressures, military invasions, and eventual conquest and colonization. At the same time, African societies put up various forms of resistance against the attempt to colonize their countries and impose foreign domination. The Anglo-Zanzibar War was just one of many examples of such resistance. Your name is Eric McLean, and you're one of the youngest cartographers in the English Royal Navy. Well, good thing I'm going with an English accent. It's a late June 1896, and there are some rumors about a conspiracy by the Omen people against the English army. Your ship is slowly approaching the coast of Nungwi after a quiet trip from Matombini Island. Zanzibar, 22nd June 1896. Don't you dare walk over to the commander's tent or get some rest and get changed. Let's go to the commander's tent. Screw it. The commander wants you to search for water springs in the area where he wants to set up camp. You have a lot on your mind, and you're starting to feel the desire to see the English coast again. Okay, cool. Your fellow soldiers welcome you on the beach, and after a few days of silent marching, you reach the mission camp. You don't have much time to rest, as you'll have to put together an exploration team on the day following your arrival. I don't know what my accent is at this point. I'm just trying to wing it here. First Mate Carter. Good day, sir. I'm First Mate Carter. Since we don't have much time to take the liberty, I took the liberty of putting together an exploration party for you. You don't know all the men he's chosen. Trust. You'd rather choose the members of the squad yourself. I'll trust him. He seems like a good guy. You decide to trust the first mate. He must surely know his men. You start packing again. Your rucksack, which you didn't even have time to unpack completely. You're not happy with how the mission is starting. You have a bad feeling, but you're tired and nervous, so you try not to think about it. Night falls on the first day of the exploration camp. The 8 soldiers are pitching the tents, and the scout is lighting a fire. The interpreter, an old bearded man, is sitting on a rock. He keeps to himself, murmuring his prayers even while walking. His eyes are elusive, and he's a little creepy, but you feel you can trust him. Lloyd, the scout, takes care of a beautiful black biliary Turk named Thunder, the only horse in the company. You climb on the wagon and choose what meal will be cooked. The soldiers are very young. Some even younger than you, if you can believe it or not. And the dinner is accomplished by laughter and songs. The glee distracts you from your nervousness. I think I'm gonna quit doing that voice because it's kind of wrecking my throat. When you decide it is time to go to sleep, and who will take first watch, you notice that the only ones that haven't been laughing are Lloyd and the interpreter. Talk to Lloyd, talk to the interpreter, or go to sleep. I'm gonna talk to Lloyd. It seems like you prefer horses over men. Can I speak freely, sir? Of course. Of course. The men are having fun. It's unfair for Thunder to be left alone aboard. He is a member of the team, and I think this horse has an important role in our expedition. You smile in silence. Get some rest, Lloyd. I need you to be alert tomorrow. Aye, sir. I will try to relax. I wish I could order myself to sleep. As you watch the scout moving towards his tent, you wish you could do the same yourself. Or maybe you can talk to the interpreter first. Okay, I'll just talk to the interpreter. You don't like to sing. I'm sorry, Effendi. I like to sing. I just don't like to sing like that. That is quite offending to us, sir. What kind of songs singing do you prefer? I'm gonna be nice to him. I'm gonna be a nice guy. I'm a nice guy! I like to sing the songs of my people. Effendi, songs who please the spirit of the night, not something that can disturb the slumber of our ancient ones. You laugh. Yes, they're noisy and not much in tune. Sadie doesn't seem in the mood for joking. We have lots of marching to do tomorrow. I suggest you get some rest. As you command, Effendi. Okay, I should probably go to sleep. And sneeze. Okay, now that's out of the way. You spend some time lying awake, looking at the canvas of the tent that you can see in the dark. Sleep has turned away while the bad feelings are back. The night is full of noises. You may have fallen asleep at some point, but you don't remember when it happened. Wake and dreams become confused. You remember shadows. Many dark shadows surround for you. They are moving around, looming over your cot. You remember the sweat on your body, and how it became difficult to breathe. It seems you woke up and fell back asleep several times during the night. A strange anguish weighed on you. You remember the strange shapes of the shadows. They seemed human, but you remember too many arms. Too long and moving unnaturally. It is Cthulhu! You remember thinking about an octopus while you felt the shadows close to grabbing you. You scream when a hand touches you. Sir, we need you outside. He's Langile, or maybe Ward. You don't remember every soldier's name. I mean, who the hell are you? You're only a commanding officer. He's come to wake He's come to wake up you because something is happening outside. You hear upset voices outside your tent. Simone's another soldier is waiting for you. His boots are dirty and he looks pretty shaken. I went to pee, sir. It was dawn and I was sleepy, so I didn't notice it at first. What is it you didn't notice, soldier? A foul, sir. There is a foul all around the camp. What? Gather all the men. Bring me to the place. The soldier's face pales, then he nods. Yes, sir. You quickly change your clothes, and in a few steps, the soldier brings you to the place. It stinks and it's disgusting. But the foul isn't just there at random. It seems like there's some kind of logic in its arrangements. What is a foul? I need to figure that out. You're watching around you when Said, the interpreter, comes out from his tent and starts yelling something in his language. Then you see them. There are weird symbols on your tent, and on some other tents as well. They are red and seem to be marked with blood. It is Satan! Lucifer is among us what again? You order to examine the Afal and the symbols. You order to cook breakfast and break camp. Trying to leave the episode. Oh no! You do not want to ignore Lucifer. Come on. While soldiers try to examine the symbols, you move closer to your tent to examine by yourself. Take a closer look and observe the symbols. Ask Lloyd to examine the symbols on your tent. Leave it to the soldiers while you decide whether to move next, leaving the camp as soon as possible. Yeah, let's take a closer look. Really get in there. I want it up against my face when it kills me. Success! You look at the symbols on your tent. They remind you of Egyptian hieroglyphics. But many shapes seem unnatural. You can identify stylized men and women, maybe some animals that you don't recognize. Some symbols may be letters or words. I'm trying in vain to sound Egyptian. It is clear this was done with a specific purpose and not by accident. Is that a message marked on the tent? Is it some kind of spell or a curse? You choose to keep these thoughts to yourself to avoid upsetting the soldiers. You start marching when Said comes closer. We need to change our path. Effendi, this. What happened? What is the meaning of this? Do you know what happened here, Said? Not really, Effendi. But you have an idea. I can see it. It is a threat, Effendi. We entered a dangerous territory. Savages. They are savages. Who? Who the hell are you talking about? There are no savages. Okay, I'm gonna be friendly. I don't know if they have a name, Effendi, but they are scary and cruel. Inhumans! You think about his words. You look at his path. The map. 2 paths lie ahead. You can venture into the forest, ignoring the interpreter, or take a narrow path by the coast that bypasses the trees. If you choose the coast, you'll have to ditch the wagon, leaving ammo, drugs, and supplies behind. I don't think it's a good idea. Oh, okay. There's suddenly choices on the map. Okay, keep the wagon. I don't think we can afford to lose the wagon. It might be best. You can't tell if it's because of the morning events or the words of Said, but you're very nervous while walking through the forest, and your tension seems to be contagious. You feel relieved when one of the soldiers, whose name you think is Duncan, tells a gross joke that makes many of the men laugh. Is it a crap joke? Heh. You make a note to yourself to thank him later, but a loud noise interrupts your thoughts. You turn around and see Simone screaming while a big wooden spike perforates his chest, spurting blood. Another spike almost tore his left arm off. Another soldier tries to help him, but as he gets closer you can see another spring trap striking the soldier's head. He dies instantly. The spike is sticking out of his left eye. Order to just get out of the forest the way you got in. Ask Lloyd to find a safe way out on the map. You call Lloyd. Looking around and studying the map, you're able to find a way out of the forest. You have to take a long way, and it takes more time than you expected. You're able to load the 2 bodies in the wagon. You'll give them a proper burial later. In front of you, there's a wide, flat space. In the ground not far from you, a large cave opens up. You approach the entrance to inspect it. The morphology and some traces in the rocks tell you that the cave there probably is a water source. You leave a guard at the entrance and enter the cave with the rest of the company. Great idea. The entrance descends steeply into the darkness. Getting in is not too difficult, but takes longer than expected. After a while, the cave becomes larger. It's too dark to see, and every step echoes on the walls. Increase tenfold, fold. Look around. You try looking around for a torch. You order the men to look for a torch. Look around. Your eyes are unable to adjust to the darkness. You are getting kind of dizzy, and an ominous feeling of loneliness starts looming over you. You think you may need to lie down for a second, but then a voice brings you back to reality. Lloyd has found a torch. He lights it up and hands it over to you. You try to look around with the help of the company. The light's reflections show you a huge chamber. On the bottom you get a glimpse of a gallery. There's a stone at the center of the chamber which reminds you of some kind of altar. You take a step forward and you notice something on the ground. Yeah, let's try to check it out. I'm gonna be the suicidally dangerous nice guy. Success! You bend down and use the torch to take a good look at the ground. There are bone fragments on the ground, tied with a rope, concealed by some powder. It seems to be the trigger of a trap. Probably a good thing I did not. Follow me and stay close. Spread out, move slowly, and pay attention. The company starts looking around and moving with caution. You discover lots of bones and skulls around the rock altar. Lit by the torches, the altar reveals many signs of violence and some drawings on the wall. They're similar to the ones that were on the tent. Looking at those writings, the feelings of being surrounded once again by these inhuman shadows overwhelms you. Oh, great. Saeed remains close to the exit, pale and exit, pale, terrified. He's praying as usual, but this time he's louder. Lloyd and the other soldiers are nervous too. They keep looking at each other. Behind the altar, a soldier finds a small water source, but you are still mesmerized by what seems to be human remains on the ground. Sir? He tries to call you. You try to inspect the remains more carefully. You shake off the sensation. Check. Yeah. Fail. You examine the bones again. Some look really old, but some are clearly more recent. Maybe too recent. You chose to take a water sample off the source, then quickly give the order to leave the cave. Saeed turns around. It seems like he is waiting for your order, but he can only take a couple steps. The 3 soldiers that you had left to guard the entrance rush in, almost bumping into the interpreter. Effendi, the savages are coming! We heard drums, then they appeared! I think they did not see us, but they will be here in a few minutes! This demo is over for now. Please check soon for updates. Click on continue to go back to the main menu. Huh, that's interesting. Well, that wasn't very long. This demo represents the alpha stage of our development and is not representative of the final product. This story acts as a prequel to our game, and it takes place a few weeks before the main events. We are currently on Kickstarter. If you would like to support our project, please check the link below. Thank you for playing. Okay, I think I'll put a link to the game and maybe to the Kickstarter below. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. To the devs, I say that was interesting so far. I was actually really getting into it. Man, why'd you have to end it there? But, oh, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in with me. Make sure to spread this video around like Cthulhu's tentacles, and make sure to give the devs some support if you can. And I'll see you next time. Now go out there and capitalize on life. Peace out, have a good one, and have a nice day. Thank you so much for watching this Let's Play. If you really enjoyed it, check out the annotations for some more Let's Plays I've done in the past. Platform cards are for.